Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joey again. You're watching Vegas D-Tech. Today is March 1st, 2023, and it is a cold one out here, guys. All along the mountain ranges around here, I don't know if the camera's going to be able to capture that, but all along the mountain ranges here of Las Vegas is just filled with snow. We had snow today. Yes, a lot of snow. Here's some footage. All right, guys, so here we go again. March 1st, 2023. Video brought to you by Maria's friend Orly, who posted this thing over at the Red Rock Casino. And the elevation there is a little bit higher. It's up towards Mount Charleston, so it's going to be a little bit colder. My sister also sent me some footage where she was at as well in her backyard, and this was coming down just like this. But can you believe it, man? 3 months into the new year, this is definitely the wettest month that I've seen, the wettest time of the year that I've seen for many, many years. And I'm hoping all of this precipitation stuff here really helps the water system in Vegas, because if it's collecting up in the mountains, it's going to definitely melt and come back in to the valley and flow out to Lake Mead, man. But take a look at that. Snow in Las Vegas. March 1st, guys. 2023. Yeah, so it's incredible, man. We got snow coming down today. We've had snow coming down all month, man. It's just ridiculous to think, you know, here we are March, and we've got precipitation, rain, snow, everything else. And today's report, guys, I'm going to give you the Las Vegas water supply update that we just got, the report that just came in the mail concerning guidelines we have outlaid for 2023. And it's really funny, man, that even though we've had all this crazy snow, all this crazy precipitation, that the water authority still anticipates that we're going to be losing another 10 to 20 feet of water again this year. And yeah, so I mean, although I know that this snowpack is definitely going to increase the water level at Lake Mead, many people that I have asked, especially out at the Marina, how do they feel? Do they think that the water is going to make a difference? They're just like saying that it may make a little bit of a difference, but they don't see it doing much, because they do believe that the water's still going to be lost no matter how you look at it. And even the water authority says in the report that they anticipate that the water is going to actually continue to drop this year, and they expect the level to go down. But anyways, before we get into that report, I'm going to go ahead and get into the actual water level update at Lake Mead. So here we go. Hey guys, I wanted to actually give this report to you guys doing my walk and talk like I normally do, but it is just way too cold for me to even try to do that. I went over here to the park and I was walking, and the wind was blowing into me, and I'm like, man, this is just too cold. I can't even concentrate and give you guys this report without resetting this camera and talking to you over and over again. So I'm in the car. I'm going to give this report to you in the car. So let's go ahead and get into that, okay? The current water level at Lake Mead today is 1,047.01 feet. I expected it to be a lot more with all the rain and the snow that we've been getting around here, but as you can see, I guess all of this water is just still stuck up on the mountain. You know, it hasn't had opportunity yet to melt and flow back into the Colorado. So I probably don't anticipate us seeing any more gains in flows into Powell and into Lake Mead until at least spring, when some of this water can start to melt. But anyways, getting back to the report, the water temperature at Lake Mead right now is 52.9 degrees. And the low water temperature is 41.2. So if you guys are considering going out to Lake Mead today and doing any kind of water activities, it's going to be a cold one, man. So let's get into the current flows. The current flow today at Lake Mead coming in is going to be 8,860 cubic feet per second in, with an outflow of 12,300 out. So this is going to be a release month. It has to be, because everything that I've seen here in the past 14 days, we've been basically giving a 1-to-1 ratio, and just today and yesterday we've been giving out more. So 8,300 in, 10,000 out yesterday, 8,800 in today with 12,300 out. So we are releasing, okay? Now, if we take a look at the differential index here, for the past 14 days, at the beginning of last week, we were actually still keeping some of the water in because we had green indicators there showing that we had some up levels. But in the past week to 9 days here, I've seen all low ticks. Everything you see there is in the red. And yeah, 0.11 yes today, 0.9 yesterday, 0.2, 0.1, 0.7. So we're just releasing, and it's negative. You know, I anticipate with all the precipitation and snow that we've been getting this month, I definitely have to believe that we're going to see more you know, water flow and better water levels as summer comes. But even the Water Authority doesn't necessarily believe that to be the case, as the Water Authority doesn't have the same confidence as me, because their reports show that they anticipate there's still to be a 10 to 20 feet water drop by July of this year. So anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about what Lake Powell has. So Lake Powell today, if you take a look at their flows over there, they have 8,231 cubic feet per second flowing in yesterday, 6,755 cubic feet flowing in today. All of our water comes from Lake Powell. And I hate it when I take a look and I see what's going on up there, because you can't get a clear indicator of what the true water level is at Lake Mead if you don't consider what's going on at Lake Powell. And if you take a look here, look at the outflows of Lake Powell here. Yesterday, 8,778 cubic feet, and they only got in 8,231. On average, they're saying that they're getting 6,315 cubic feet per second inflow on average, and they're outputting 8,617 average out. So you can see a 2,000 cubic feet per second differential between what they're receiving directly from the Rockies, or if in an emergency situation, they're able to get some type of emergency releases from Flaming Gorge. But you can see that their flows coming in there is not very good. You know, so if we took a look at the past 3 days, look, there was one day here that the inflow for Lake Powell got down to 2,700 cubic feet. 2,000. And took a look at what they released that day, 8,000. You got 2,700 in and you released 8,200. My goodness. That water system up at Lake Powell is struggling, man. Dang near everything that it gets is being called for and having to be released down below. If we take a look here at the differential index for what Lake Powell has in the past 14 days, guys, do I need to say more? Just take a look at this. Everything in the red, man. You know what I mean? On an average of 0.08, you know, inches loss on average. So every single day, man, I really, really hope that with this snowpack being reported that it's at 150 to 200% above what is normally expected this time of year, that this water is going to somehow get better as this water year progresses. I'm not sure. When I take a look at this new water report that just came out, or what do you call it, the water supply update that we just got released here for March 2023, they still anticipate that to see at least a 10 to 20 feet water loss by July. If you take a look at this graph over here that I'm going to show you, it shows that for the past 3 years, we've been losing 20 feet of water at this time every single year. In 2021, you've seen water loss. 2022, you've seen a 20-foot water loss. From 2022 to 2023, you've seen another 20 feet of water loss. How many years can you keep on seeing 20 feet water loss before you hit dead pull or some critical number? You know, it can't continue this way, right? But anyways, guys, that's the Lake Mead water report with all the flow update and data points for you. Let's go ahead and get into this Lake Mead water supply update that we just received in the mail from the Southern Nevada Water Authority for what they're expecting this year. The federal government is considering new operating guidelines along the Colorado River. Lake Mead levels already are at historic lows and will continue to deeply decline. Deeply decline. This is what they're saying. You know, I mean, even though we've been getting all of this, you know, good snowpack, why do they still anticipate that they're going to be seeing a steep decline? It says the good news, you are making a difference. It says in 2022, the community used about 5.5 billion gallons water less than 2021. So they're saying that our conservation efforts are doing good, as at least for, you know, Las Vegas concerned, but as for the totality of the water system, we are still going to be seeing a huge decline. Okay, so anyways, here's the new guidelines, man. Here's the what, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the new 5 points of interest that have been laid out. And this is very interesting, guys. It says new conservation measures established this year. Number 1, no new golf courses, and stricter water limits on the existing golf courses. Very funny that they would put this in here. I have a clip of something that I wanted to show you about a golf course that I discovered just right outside city limits. Here, take a look at this. GoPro stop. Alrighty, folks, so what we're looking at here is the Las Vegas Paiute Golf Resort, located 25 miles from the center of the Strip of Las Vegas, right on city limits. Now, this is funny to me, guys. When we take a look at the new water code that we've been handed down to us, saying that there's going to be no more golf courses allowed in the city of Las Vegas, this, they make no mention about popping a golf course right on city limits here, technically an Indian reservation. But whether it's Indian reservation or Las Vegas, they are both in southern Nevada. We are both in a water drought situation, and we should all be on a mindset of water conservation. And it just seems to me like this is funny. I mean, just take a look at the scope and the size of this golf course right here. Humongous, man. This is going to require tons of water to maintain these ponds, this greenery of this grass. I mean, all around the outskirts of this golf course is just parched desert, death. You know what I mean? But they can keep this thing green. And I just keep wondering, man, how serious are people about water conservation when you look at stuff like this? So anyways, I probably will get some pushback from people that like to go out to that golf course, or actually the owners that are operating that, saying that, hey, our water situation out here, we get it from a different source, this and that. Nevertheless, you're getting the water, you're in the desert. To have a golf course like that big, that water intensive, with ponds and everything out there. I mean, when 115 degrees and 120 degrees start coming back to Las Vegas here in the summer, you're going to see all kinds of evaporation and more thirsty lawns. It's just a look that I don't think that we need out in Las Vegas, but that's just my opinion. You guys leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think about that golf course, and as big as it is, where it's at. Should it be there? Should it not be there? But anyways, moving on. Next, number 2 point says no new strip water features or fountains. Okay, so if there's any new resorts going to be coming to the Strip, they're not going to be allowed to have any brand new water features to it. But the existing ones, they're all grandfathered in. So whatever, fountains and stuff that you see going on out there, the Venetian with its, gondolas and stuff like that, that's already been grandfathered in. It was here before these water restrictions, and they're going to keep those water attractions going, okay? Number 3, no evaporative water cooling in commercial development. Okay, so on top of these roofs here, you can normally tell how old a building is or how old a house is. If you take a look on top and you see those evap water coolers, or actually if you see AC units on the roof, that's an old house, because all of the AC units right now, they're actually on the ground on the side of the house. But the old school evap water coolers that were on the house, we haven't seen those in a long time, and they're not allowing that type of cooling for any shops and commercial businesses. Most of these auto shops, they have those evap coolers on top of their roof, but the constant flow of water that they need in order to, or add humidity to the actual air, they're not going to allow that system anymore. So that's been ruled out. We can't have that. And the next point is no grass in new developments. New developments, does that include commercial and residential? I guess if it's commercial, they don't want any new grass. Everything has to be, desert landscape. Fine. I don't see a problem with that. I like the desert landscape. Houses, on the other hand, they didn't specify about the house having grass or not, but they must be, because they're already incentivizing people to rip out their grass, and that the water authority is actually giving you a certain amount of money per foot of grass that you ripped out in order to replace it with some sort of a desert theme or artificial turf. So I'm assuming that even the new housing developments aren't going to be allowed to have any grass there as well. And the last one here, it says no new residential pools that are larger than 600 square feet. So you can have swimming pools as long as they are within this parameter of 600 square feet. No humongous pools. So anyways, my friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm sorry I couldn't do an actual walk and talk. I tried. I actually tried, but it was just too cold with all that wind blowing on you. I just can't even concentrate, let alone walk around and try to talk about this type of stuff. All right, my friends, thank you so much. If you guys found this information beneficial, useful, or even entertaining in any type of way, please do me a kindness. Drop me a subscribe, give me a thumbs up, a like, and guys, I will upload and see you guys here on the next video. You guys be well. It's Joey. You're watching Vegas D-Tech. Take it easy. Bye now.